Well, hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Eddie Benningfield, the executive director of the Runners Rising Project, as always, and we are lucky to be here today with Camryn Robillard. Camryn's one of the softball players for UTSA. She's a freshman, plays infield, is from Cedar Park, and went to Vista Ridge High School. Saw a little bit of action during the tournament, and actually I was able to get 3 hits off versus Florida Atlantic and a home run versus FIU. So pretty awesome. I'm super excited to see you finish the season a strong showing there, at least on the personal front. And I just want to say before we begin, welcome and thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to sit and talk with me and Joe.
Thank you for having me. Yes, excited.
Awesome. Yeah, we are too. So cool. So you're on summer break now. How's that been going? What are you doing with your time off, or you have time off?
Yeah. First of all, it is so hot outside. So, I mean, anything I want to do outside, I'm just sweating so much. So, I mean, I've been going to the pool a lot, going to the lake, hanging out with friends.
Nice.
Family, anything close to water, I'm doing.
Okay. So are you like doing exercises swimming, or is it more just like, hey, hang out in the pool?
And yeah,
just like so kind of thing, and then just nice. Yeah, like what I was saying. Yeah, enjoy that because it's only 84 degrees here. I had to put a sweater on this morning, so I'm in New Jersey, so it's whatever. But like, yeah. I'll tell you what, like, I know this is the first time, like I was talking to my mom, this is the first time she has ever complained about the heat. And like
84?
No. So like I'm from San Antonio.
Okay.
I'm up here because of the military, but like she lives off of 151 and 1604, and like she's like, yeah, this is ridiculous. I was like, it's 100 degrees. What's the big? She's like, yeah, just I don't know, this year is just so much hotter. And then thinking about it, it's like I know like last year, like there was like the snow and then the rain and stuff.
It's just random.
I guess this year it's just there just really hasn't been anything. I know like there was like that Twitter like fight back and forth with like the National Weather Service where like the storm came in and it just all went around San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that checks.
This has to definitely be like record breaking like heat, because we were practicing and playing and it was like 100, and I was like, I don't remember this last year, like this time.
Yeah.
Last year.
Let's look this up if this heat wave is actually like as bad as it is. Yeah, like because especially like if the humidity's hot and it's like you don't get any of that like that break because it's just that oppressive heat. It's funny up here. Everyone's like, "Oh, you guys have like the dry heat, right?" And it's like, no, you guys have no idea. Ooh, 105.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So yeah, so atrocious weather aside. So all right, so talk to us a little bit about where you grew up. So you went to Vista Ridge and you were from Cedar Park. So how was Cedar Park?
I love Cedar Park. It's basically Austin. I'm 15 minutes away from Austin, so I get my little fix of a downtown, not very often because I don't really like going down there, but it's also just like a really cool scene. Every like once in a while I'll go to Barton Springs or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually really like Cedar Park. I'm probably going to stay here after college. It's just a good area.
Yeah. All right. So since you are technically kind of from the Austin area, this is the most important question that you'll probably get asked by me is who has better tacos, San Antonio or Austin?
Oh, San Antonio.
Oh, there you go.
Simple.
Perfect. It's too easy. So that's Joe. I think that's 2 Austinites down between you and Luke Malone, like who have betrayed the mothership and are fully on the San Antonio bandwagon.
Yes, I'm on the bandwagon.
So, all right. So, where's your favorite place to get tacos in San Antonio? Like, where are you going, and what's your order? Is it breakfast tacos, or is it actually like something during the day?
Just regular tacos. I don't know. I've been to a couple food trucks. I can't remember what they're called, but
Okay,
they were just so good. I can't remember the name.
gotcha. All right. So then Las Palapas or Taco Cabana. If you have to
Oh,
like pick.
yes. Not a big Taco Cabana fan.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been years since I don't know. I feel like they went. Joe, do you think they went downhill? Like, yeah, as he's having issues. I know. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like within I left South Texas in like 2013, and then came back like passing through a couple times like 2015, 2016, and then like this last time in like 2019 is when I moved down there. I was just like, man, it's like something has happened like in the last like 7 years that like the quality of TCs is just
Right.
but like Las Palapas is always like a standby. Like the one off of Bandera was the one that I
Mhm.
was always like go to, especially because taking that loop going back
Yeah,
to that side of town after school, like that was such an easy like spot just to go in and get some food.
I agree.
But all right. So when you were growing up, who are you closest to?
Both my sisters. I have two older sisters, Morgan and Lauren. They're my best friends. I go to them for anything and everything, and
Nice.
very thankful to have them in my life.
How old are you? What's the age order? Are you like
Yeah, my oldest is 25, and the second
okay,
oldest is 21. So
nice.
I'm 19. So
All right, all right. So I guess out of that, so you said what was your age again? It's like what so you see the baby out of the group.
yes.
Okay. So how was that growing up? Were they all like was there like a pretty big sibling rivalry between you guys, or was it pretty like were you all always pretty close?
Yeah, we were always pretty close. I think me and the second oldest probably argued way more than me and the very oldest because we're 2 years apart, pretty much the same age, doing the same things. Like there's always those little sister fights that we would have, little cat fights that
Yeah,
still go on. But
that's awesome. That's I guess standard. So who were your parents worried about the most? Like who were the ones that are like pulling the hair out about?
oh, me.
Okay, okay. Were you like the instigator for all that stuff?
Yeah, very much.
Nice.
Very much.
Well, that's good that at least like you guys have gotten to the point where y'all, it's like we've buried the hatchet. We're not really worried about that stuff anymore. We're
Yeah,
close. So,
definitely.
all right. So, who was your favorite superhero growing up?
Actually, was never into like superheroes. I don't really have
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So, I guess like what were you into then? Like, did you have any hobbies or anything? Like, what's your big thing outside of softball?
I love animals, so anything with
Okay.
animals I love. I'm so into. Um, I don't know. I don't.
Did y'all grow up with like dogs and cats?
Yes, I have two cats right now and a dog.
Nice. What kind of dog?
Oh, she's a little mutt. She's a rescue.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
How old is she? How long have you had her?
We've had her for maybe 3 years now, 2 or 3 years. Yeah, we got her when she was two. So she's probably like five, 5 or 6.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
We've got one rescue, a little cocker spaniel Shih Tzu mix that my wife found. She was like covered in fleas and stuff, and it was just a mess. And then we've got she's 3 years old and sleeps about 16 hours a day.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, it's great. And then we've got a German Shepherd pup. He's not really a puppy anymore. He just turned one. We had a little birthday for him. 92 pounds of just pure energy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
And
that
he's
cat was
1 years old?
yes.
Huge.
He's a monster. And he super intelligent, probably too smart for his own good. But like they're just like he's the second one that I've owned. And they're just such good dogs. But no, definitely our rescue. You can tell like rescues definitely like they know that their life could be a lot worse, and they just tend
Yeah.
to be like such a really sweet or disposition dog.
Yes, my dog's so sweet.
What's her name?
Her name's Mila.
You'll get her. Can we see her?
You want me to get her?
Yeah, go get her. We'll edit
I-
it out. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to edit out the 30 seconds of the transition to go find the dog. Dude, we got it's like it's as bad as Maddie with his RGB headset. Oh my god, look at the puppy.
She's a little chunk.
That's adorable.
She's so cute. She's very chunky though.
Oh yeah.
Very chunky.
What a chonk. What a chonk.
Yeah, super sweet though.
There you go. That's the favorite sibling in the house.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Well, she's bothering me.
All right. So kind of moving on. So talk to us about why did you choose UTSA? Like how'd that road start for you?
So as the recruiting season went on, it was kind of Coach Salt and Coach Cheatham were following me for a little bit, and I liked them both. They both have very great personalities. That I get along with both of them. We bounce back off each other. So when the day came that I could commit, I pulled the trigger, and it's the best decision I've ever made.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Were you involved in like any type of like club ball or anything growing up?
Yeah.
Or was it okay?
Yes. So they were there all the time watching.
Yeah, so I've got a little cousin up in Austin who she's a pitcher. It's not Round Rock High. It's whatever the second one is in the district. I forget the name of the school, but I know she's like super involved in club ball. I know that is like a whole different like animal compared to what's going on in like the UIL season.
Yeah, high school is like the fun part of softball. Like that summer ball it's a lot, but college is more.
Yeah.
I thought summer ball was a lot. I thought it was intense, but oh my gosh, it was
nothing. So what's your day to day? So what can you walk us through like what that looks like? Like for like outside of the season in school, and then once you guys actually roll into the season, like how busy do you guys get?
So in the fall, I would say it was very easy in the fall. I was like, wow, I wasn't really expecting this. I mean, we would wake up, go to practice, weights, have class, and then I'd have so much time to do like homework, take a nap, like any of that stuff. And then the spring hit, and it was like go, 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 never stop. I would wake up, do class, go to practice, weights, whatever, do more softball after practice, barely have time to do homework, no sleep, just so much, just going. Luckily though, we were fortunate enough to not have the like 6:30 a.m., weights and stuff like that. We were like in the middle of the day pretty much. Yeah. So that was nice, but it was still a lot.
I'm sure. And then throw the heat in on top of that, and then that's always fun.
Yeah.
So I guess what part of your game do you take the most pride in?
I'd say every part is important for me. Like you're working towards a common goal, like every part of the game. But for me, I would say I take the most pride in my work ethic. I feel like I have a great work ethic. I just have always had the want to like get better no matter what. If I have a bad day in the cages or whatever, I'm staying after for another hour and a half to, do it again and again and again until I feel good about it. And then that's when I'll feel good to leave and just come back the next day and do the same thing.
Yeah. So what do you attribute that work ethic to? Is that something that you've always had, or is that something that was kind of like instilled in you growing up?
Growing up, I've always just wanted to be good at, like, I wanted to be good at every single thing I did. So
yeah,
if I wasn't good, I'm like, okay, well, just keep doing it till I am. So
fair enough. That's awesome. All right. So what's the greatest lesson in life that you've learned so far? Like, well, in the we'll say kind of keeping softball in mind, like what's probably the biggest lesson that you've taken away from it?
So a lesson / like quote I always go by is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I've been told that since I was in T-ball. Like, it is very true. I experienced that my freshman year. Like, when I wouldn't work hard, I wouldn't put that extra work in, it showed. And it humbled me for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, just working hard for anything and everything.
Are you a big reader by chance?
No, I wish I was.
Okay, cool. So if you want to get into it, because so talking about that hard work, there's actually a really good leadership book out called it's called Grit. It's by Angela Duckworth.
Okay.
And I'll shoot you the link or whatever, but
Yeah.
like, it's if you've got time, like, shoot, are you I guess moving through questions and stuff, are you working over the summer, or like what are you doing? Like,
No,
like,
I'm not working. I'm just not playing softball, but like working out and doing my own thing.
Well, if you're in the mood for like someone talking over you, like over your head, like in your ear while you're working out or running or whatever, and it's like, you know what, instead of listening to whatever, I'm gonna listen to an audiobook. Like, throw that in and just listen to it, because it's like she talks about like, there is talent, and talent will only get you so far. And it's that coming back and putting the effort into it is what really gets you to meet your potential. She uses like her big thing is like using Michael Jordan as an example. But like what you're talking about, like kind of like that stuff, like, yeah, that's awesome that like you have that. And I think that would be kind of a cool book if you want to check it out.
Totally.
Anyway, all right. So what classes have you learned the most in so far this last year?
Definitely business math, for sure. Like,
oh, that just hearing that makes my brain melt. Okay.
I know, but it's something that you can't not like, because you're gonna use it. Like, every single thing we learn, like, I'm gonna use.
Yeah, you're a business major, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you want to do with it when you're done? What kind of industry do you want to go into after you're done with UTSA?
Real estate really piques my interest, because my dad builds houses and stuff, but I really just want to own my own business and something. We'll see. I don't know, but real estate and stuff like that is kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Especially, hopefully the market stays hot like it is right now. So do you see yourself, so I know you said you see yourself staying in probably the Cedar Park area. Is that where you see yourself staying like the next 10 years, probably just doing, like, in your picture perfect world, like doing real estate or something else, food truck or whatever, sitting in Cedar Park?
Probably yes. I really like Dallas. I love Dallas.
Okay.
Might go somewhere like that, but if I'm gonna do real estate and stuff, like, Austin's a very hot spot.
Oh yeah.
For anything along those lines.
Yeah, have you seen the TikTok where it's the guy, he's talking about, like, it's like, come to Austin, he shows like the dumpster, it's like, oh yeah, it was like $2,000 a month.
Yes, it's true. Austin's like a mini California. It is very expensive.
Yeah. So my girlfriend and I, so talking about that, like, I never really spent a lot of time up in Austin. And sorry, my girlfriend, my wife, that's recent, so that's why that's the thing. But we went up in September of last year, and we found this like Vietnamese fusion place, and we're kind of walking into, this girl was like we were just happened to be, I think it was like South Congress or whatever, and this girl was talking to her friend, and she's like, there's not enough vegan taco places here. She's like, there used to be so many in LA.
Oh god. They can keep that there.
Oh yeah, but yeah, so we were just kind of like laughing or whatever, and they were talking about how they were complaining about all the tourists, but then we're talking about how they had just moved there in the last, like, one of them in like the last like 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
Like, my brother my brother had gotten out a lot more than I ever did, and like I called him, I was like, dude, it's like, when's the last time you've been to Austin? He's like, that's been about a year or two. I was like, have you noticed like it's changed? And he's like, dude, it's the new Bay Area, man. And he lived out in like Northern California for a little bit. And he's like, dude, this is he tries to avoid Austin as much as possible just because of
Yeah,
the
I
influx, which
honestly,
sucks because it's like there's some really cool spots out there.
there is some really cool spots, but then like the traffic, it's just so crowded. It's not even worth it really.
Yeah. But yo, that loop or whatever, I don't know, like shoot. That I think what not the loop, the toll road or whatever that's like kind of like towards the east, like towards like Seguin and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like before that was open, Jesus Christ, like I mean I-35 is still a mess, but not being able to have that like option,
Yeah.
like it's nice. I don't
Mhm.
know.
I agree.
All right, back to the UTSA stuff. Um, so what's the relationship like with the coaches and your teammates? Who are you probably the closest to, would you say?
Like my teammates,
Yeah.
honestly, everyone in the freshman class I got pretty close to. Obviously, that's usually the case. One of my good friends is Tatum. She's a pitcher.
Okay.
I get along with pretty much everyone on the team. Everyone just bounces off each other, jokes around. We all dance. Like it's really fun. Everyone's really fun and funny.
That's awesome. That's good. You guys have like some really good chemistry going on there. So, what are you most proud of from this last season?
I would say the adversity my team overcame like throughout the season.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard getting everyone on board for like one goal, but it took a lot of grit for us, and we didn't really get the outcome we wanted sometimes, but there was definitely significant growth from the beginning of the season to the end, and it made it all worth it. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. So, what's one thing that you're excited about, and what's thing like us as fans, like what's one thing we should be excited about looking into next season for you guys?
I mean, just starting where we left off, we did lose some key players, seniors,
Yeah.
but I'm certain we're going to fill those roles and just, like I said, start where we left off. And I think we'll have a great season.
I hope
That'll
so.
be really exciting.
We're super excited to see what you guys will put out next
Me
year.
too.
So definitely a growth year, and we'll see what happens.
Sure.
Cool. So moving on to looking at some of the NIL space. So obviously this is a brand new thing. It's actually going on a year here in about a month. But what are your thoughts on NIL?
I think it's amazing. It's a great opportunity for people to, showcase themselves. I mean, they get paid to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think we're just starting out, but there is so much potential for these types of things. This is my really first NIL.
Well, awesome. We're glad to be able to start the trend for you.
Yeah, hopefully. I think it's so cool. And it honestly amazes me that it wasn't a thing like before,
Yeah. So like how important is that to you and your teammates? Like can you because we get a lot of questions about like, well, what's the difference? Like people are on scholarship, like, do you mind like walking through like how that what your scholarship covers versus like what this is able to do for you guys?
Well, I mean, yeah. So this is just extra money in your pocket. Your scholarship money that goes towards like your rent, your school, all that. That's not really like spending money, but
Yeah.
this is like an opportunity for you to just have that extra money to, use for whatever. It's not like a job or anything. It's just getting your name there.
Yeah, and it is nice, especially like you guys are super busy, right? And
you can't work. So
yeah.
Yeah.
No, so that's awesome that that all this is started up for you guys. So I mean, obviously we're leading the way for you, but what kind of companies or who would you want to work with?
I don't know. I'm still really like looking into this stuff and learning, doing my research. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about that, but I do see some other people work for like glove companies or, like the big
Really?
people or Adidas sponsors, stuff like
Yeah.
that. That would be really cool, but starting small, I don't know. That would have to be something I'd have to look into.
You got favorite business in San Antonio we can shout out and maybe try to get them shoot on board with you.
I could
Reel them
try.
in.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, just because because this will push out probably after the announcement next week. But with our with linking up with Basepath and stuff, like hopefully that's able to attract some businesses to interact with you guys. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do with that. So it's super awesome that that platform's out. Did Joe tell you about Basepath?
No.
All right, it's cool. So check it out. So Basepath, what it is, it's a company. They basically do software, kind of like think of like, have you heard of like On3?
I don't think so.
Okay, so anyway, basically what they do is it does a lot of like all the paperwork and stuff from like a compliance perspective, making sure that the deal actually happens, and then it allows they call it sponsors, but basically businesses can interact with you guys. And what we've been coining it is the way internally essentially like an NIL Tinder, for lack of a better word, where we have profiles on our website of any UTSA student athlete who wants to come and work with, like, not work with us or utilize the service that we provide, or Basepath provides through us. And then we basically go out to San Antonio based businesses and tell them, hey, this is where you can sign up. Like Basepath gets a little bit of like a fee on the back end, but like it's an opportunity for like you guys to basically have your stuff set up on our website, and then it's Frostbank, or for example, or HEB, or Rogers Solar Sports, or whatever is able to come up to you guys, and it's essentially like a marketplace, and then they can interact with you guys direct to do a deal with y'all.
Wow, that's amazing. And y'all just do all the work for us. And
We don't necessarily do all the work. I think there's some back and forth that you basically, we're the matchmaker. We host you guys' profiles, and the businesses come to us, and it's like, cool, yeah, there they are, here's our information, please talk to them, and then we stand back just because of like some of the agency rules and stuff with the state.
that's amazing. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, but yeah, we're super stoked about it, just because of like our goal is like for San Antonio to be like the leader in community driven NIL, and if we can get like businesses to interact with you guys, like that's ultimately why we're here, right? But like, yeah, if we can do that for you and like your teammates in the other sports, like we'll have met our mission.
For sure. Yeah, San Antonio is huge too. Like, I mean,
yeah,
possibilities are endless.
Oh yeah. So actually, talking on San Antonio, what's probably I forgot to ask you about this earlier. I know we were talking about like some of the Austins. Like, what's your favorite place to hang out in San Antonio? Have you got a chance to explore the city?
I haven't really gotten a chance to. No, I kind of just stay my little bubble by lock and key.
So I was gonna say, have you done First Friday yet? Well, shoot, I guess next First Friday, because last First Friday was the 3rd. So on the 1st, go down to like downtown, like it's this King William district off of like South Alamo and South St. Mary's. That's a really good time. Granted, it's a lot of bars and stuff. So if you're under 21, obviously there's that piece too. But but there is a lot of stuff, like there's a lot of street vendors. My wife and I, that was actually one of our first dates, was doing First Friday, and we found it was literally like right east of a Blue Star Brewery. There's a old church or like community center that they turned into like a restaurant and bar. And there was this like probably one of the best Liberty Bar. Awesome. Okay. One of the best bands. Like they had like, it was like full brass and like a drummer and guitarist. It was one of the best live performances that I've seen. It was just a really good time. And say again?
Did you have to pay to get in or anything?
No, I just walked in, and they had like on the outside, like they were selling like different like clothes and stuff. It was a really good time. Another really good spot, like if I go to San Antonio, like if I can save the money for it, would be like the St. Mary's Strip. And there's a bunch of stuff. The old, what used to be the White Rabbit back in the day, is now the Paper Tiger. It's a music venue that's sitting out there. Yeah, like there's a lot of cool stuff. And then if you want to get away from like the tourists and stuff, go check out the Pearl in the area around the Pearl Brewery. Like there's a really good ramen place that's sitting out there. They've got a little bookstore. I cannot remember the name of it, but it is a blast. Like it's just really cool. Like you want to take your puppy out there and stuff. Like people have their dogs and stuff. Like it's not real grass, but it's like fake grass, and like they got fountains, and it's just really cool to sit back and people watch.
Wow, that actually sounds like a really good time.
Yeah, and it's definitely not as crowded as like South Congress or Houston Street. So you can definitely
Well, I'll have to check
enjoy
it
a
out.
little bit of space and some good food. But all right, so we were talking about kind of your workout and stuff, and a couple other things. So what's one goal? Two things. One, who are you listening to when you're working out? And then two, what is one goal that you want to accomplish this next year from a softball's perspective?
I listen to anything but country, so
I respect it. Yeah.
I can't do country. I don't know, my playlist has a variety of stuff. Like
who was your top 5 off of Spotify last year on your replay?
I actually didn't have Spotify, I have Apple Music.
Wow.
So I don't know if I got a top 5, but I mean I listen to Drake, Uzi, Gucci Mane, all of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what was the other question? A goal?
Goal that you want to accomplish over this next year with softball going to this?
I would say grow as a person and a player. Get a good degree. It's always too important to remember that softball only lasts, so long. So having a good education is just as important as excelling as an athlete. So really getting down to getting good grades and achieving my academic goal as well as my athletic goal.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Camryn, I think we're sitting at the end here, but is there anything that you want to say or anything you want to shout out before we wrap up?
I mean, thank you for this opportunity. This is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We loved talking to you. We loved you prop to go and getting the dog. So that was great. That made me happy. So
he's just on the floor.
That's
chubby
awesome. Girl. We're gonna figure out how to like snippet that and throw that on Twitter and stuff. Just you going and running and grabbing the dog.
That'd be funny.
But, so hey, on social media, where can we find you?
Instagram, Twitter. My handle is Camryn Robillard. Just Camryn Robillard.
Awesome.
On Twitter, TikTok, maybe. I don't know if people are into TikTok.
Some people are.
Some people are a little too much.
Do what?
I said some people a little too much. I know I'm addicted to TikTok, so
I downloaded it right before I moved, and I did it's like you just keep scrolling or whatever, and I was like, I'll just sit here for like 10-15 minutes, and like 10 hours later I was just like,
oh yeah,
I had to delete it.
Nope.
Yeah, but cool. Well, hey, Camryn, I just want to say on behalf of the Runners Rising Project, thank you so much for partnering with us and letting us talk to you and tell a little bit about your story. And then for everybody else who's listening to this in posterity, we'll throw Camryn's socials into the description of this video, at least on YouTube. You can find us on all social media at runners_rising. And you can find me at Twitter on Eddie B 1256, and Instagram at Pelon PELON _56. Sorry, EV56 on the back end there. But again, Camryn, thank you very much, and keep it tuned in, guys. Remember that what we're able to do here is able to support UTSA student athletes. So again, your support always matters. And again, Camryn, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you.